So I'm just walking back from somewhere, and I was passing by this bus depot. Now, I don't want to get too deep in here, but it's part of the public street that I'm on, walking, passing through it. And I was a little surprised because these buses, they're not, out of service, they're not broken. They're just parked here because they are operating during the day when all the public transportation, all the business happens. But at night, you never see this, right? You just see it. You don't know where it goes, but obviously they get parked somewhere, they're not used. But I finally got to see something like this where there's a bunch of buses and, probably during the day they get service and maintenance, they get refueled and all this stuff. But I bring this up because all of these buses, you don't really care about it. You don't really see it during the day. You don't really, it doesn't even cross your mind because when you operate the buses during the day, when you go about living your normal life, what you do is you just care about where you got to go, point A to point B, and you got to be able to get to your destination. You don't really care about the details behind all of the other things. And as I was passing by these buses, I was reminded of how God works similarly in our life, in our situations, because what God does is that He allows things to happen in a supernatural, miraculous way. He plants, he allows the fruit to come forth. He allows you to breathe and to meet the people that you have to meet. You have to go to the places you got to go, and you get from point A to point B, and whatever method He wants you to do that. But you don't really care about all the little things behind, underneath the dirt and how the plant is being planted and grows. You don't really care about the inner workings of the engine. You don't really understand and see all of the things that really, matter to God, but really don't matter to us, if that makes sense. And so I'm saying that because just like this bus depot, where it's not going to be on the news, nobody really cares about it. It's being parked. It's going to be used during the day for a specific purpose. But right now, what we see is we're seeing it when it's not in action. And that's what happens in life, because you have to have faith, knowing that when God works for your benefit. And I want to encourage you today, because a lot of us don't really understand the depths of how God, His grace, His mercy, His love for us work. Because what God does behind closed doors, what God does in secret, what God does in the secret place, what God does for you is far greater than what you can ever imagine. And just like this parking lot, as I was blessed, I know it sounds corny, I was blessed just looking at these buses and saying to myself, well, this is where they go. This is where they get parked. This is where they are stored. This is where they get service, probably. And, it's just amazing to me that something like this just comes to your realization when you see it, when you actually experience it, instead of thinking about it throughout the day. And you really don't have to think about it. I'm not saying you should get bogged down in the details, but what you got to understand, to those that are in doubt, to those that are asking for more from the Lord, to those that are discouraged in life, I want to tell you that God, He has a plan for your life, and He's able to take everything and anything in the process from getting you from point A to point B, and He has the details in mind. He has these things ready for you. He has it in heaven with a key, and He's unlocking it for you at a certain time. These buses, they're going to get a key to have the driver come and deliver the bus when you need it, at the right time, at the right place. These buses are destined tomorrow. Think about it. These buses, they're going to have thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, especially where I am in Seoul, Korea. Seoul, it's just gonna make people's lives. It's gonna impact people's lives. All these buses, they're gonna get somebody to their job to make money. They're gonna get somebody to their class so that they can go study. They're gonna get certain people to the hospital, whatever it is. And God, He has it ready for you in the heavens, with the angelic help, in just the supernatural, the natural in the world. He has a key, He has a driver, He's going to deliver certain things for you, and He's going to allow you to be used. He's going to allow you to move from A to B in due time. He's going to send it. He's going to allow it to happen. Don't get worked up in the details, the engine, the tires, the fuel, none of that matters. Just trust the Lord and allow God to work, and He's going to allow it to come to pass. Whatever this means for you, be encouraged, because you've got to understand perspective and context, and trust the Lord. Surrender it to Him, and He'll allow it to come to pass. Be encouraged, guys. Guys, I'm doing a 40-day inspiration series, as you guys know. This is day 5 or 6 or something like that. And I am on my way to try to meet the 40-day goal every single day. If you guys want to engage, as soon as I post it, I'm going to try to interact with at least the first several comments, if possible, and also would love your guys' support. I'm fundraising. I'm continuing to do this. We've met our goal to a certain point. I have it kind of in milestones, so it's not really the full goal, but every time we meet a small goal, I raise it and I raise it. So that's what's been happening, and I'm really thankful that we've gotten this far, but I'd love to be able to reach our next milestone. Would love that help. Give, Send, Go is the link down below. You guys can read some of the details. I also have alternative methods of giving if you guys want to help me out. I'm just in a very tough season, just with me and my team and just all the stuff that we're going through, and would love you guys' ongoing support. Love you guys. Be blessed, be encouraged. More to come. Talk to you guys very soon.